In this video we are going to see about a problem which comes under Otto cycle category and step by step procedure how to solve this problem. The problem which we have taken for consideration is it's a 4-stroke engine, SI engine. In SI engine they have mentioned clearly, that means this thermodynamics cycle which follows this engine is the Otto cycle, has the compression ratio of 6. Compression ratio is nothing but the ratio between the total volume of the cylinder to the initial volume or clearance volume, and the swept volume is 0.15 meter cube. The pressure and temperature at the beginning of the compression, that is the point 1 or the state 1, are 98 kilopascal and 600 degrees centigrade. Determine the pressure, volume and temperature at all salient points if heat supplied is 150 kilojoules per kilogram. Also find out entropy change, work done, efficiency and mean effective pressure of the cycles. The cycle is nothing but the Otto cycle, assuming Cp value as 1 kilojoules per kilogram degree Kelvin and Cv as 0.71 kilojoules per kilogram degree Kelvin. Also plot this TS diagram of this thermodynamic cycle. So from the given problem itself we will come to know that it works under Otto cycle. So the PV and TS diagram are comes like this. Since it is constant, since it is Otto cycle, the heat addition and heat rejection both takes place when the volume remains constant. And first we write all the data given in this. Here they have given gamma value as Cp by Cv. We know that gamma as Cp by Cv. So for isentropic process the value of gamma is always 1.4, and we also know that Cp minus Cv is equal to R, universal gas constant. Then substitute these two values which is given in the problem and you will get 0.29 kilojoules per kilogram degree Kelvin, and pressure is given, temperature is given in degree centigrade, convert that into degree Kelvin by adding 273.15, and heat input is also given Q2 to 3 heat input. The compression ratio they are given as 6. We know that V1 by V2 is nothing but the compression ratio, and V1 is the total volume of the cylinder, that is V1 is the total volume of the cylinder from here to here. So the swept volume, that is the volume between 1 and 2, and the clearance volume at V2 is the total volume. So swept volume is given as 0.15 meter cube, and the clearance volume V2 we do not know. So 0.15 plus V2 is the total volume divided by V2 is equal to 6. From this relation we can come to know the value of V2 as 0.03 meter cube, and the total cylinder volume is 0.18 meter cube. By substituting the value of V2 here you will get total volume. From the perfect gas law we know that PV is equal to MRT, and from this we know we can easily find out the mass, that is P1 V1 divided by R T1 for the point or the state 1. So that is nothing but 0.183 kilogram. Now from the state or from the process 1 to 2, it's a reversible adiabatic process or isentropic process, that the relation are PV power gamma is equal to constant. From these two we know P1 V1 power gamma is equal to P2 V2 power gamma, and if I use this one we will get P2, and substitute all the known value we will get the unknown value of P2, that is nothing but 1204 kilopascal. And we also know that PV is equal to MRT, that means P1 V1 is equal to MRT1 and P2 V2 is equal to MRT2, and take this relation we can relate this. P1 V1 is equal to P1 V1 divided by T1 is equal to P2 V2 divided by T2, and this yields T2 as 682.18 degree Kelvin. From heat addition process 2 to 3 we can easily calculate Q2 to 3 is equal to M Cv in T3 minus T2. We have taken consider Cv since the heat is added by keeping the volume as constant. So we know that all the value except the unknown T3. Substitute all these value we can easily find out the value of T3 as 1836 degree Kelvin. and the same way which we have calculated in the previous process, P3 V3 divided by T3 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. From this we can easily calculate the value of pressure. And let us consider the next process, that reversible adiabatic expansion process, that is nothing but the process 3 to 4. From this is isentropic process. For isentropic process, we know that P3 V3 power gamma is equal to P4 V4 power gamma, and we also know that V4 is equal to V1 from this graph. V4 is equal to V1 and V3 is equal to V2. And substitute all these value here. The only unknown is P4, so that you can easily calculate P4. The pressure at the end of the expansion is 263.85 kilopascal, and by using the gas relation PV is equal to MRT, we can easily calculate the value of T4 as 896.95 degree Kelvin. And now let us see how the entropy change calculated. From the process 2 to 3 and 4 to 1 are same, and from that, if you see here, 2 to 3 and 4 to 1 both are takes place between S3 and S2. So these two products are assumed to be same. So S3 minus S2 is equal to S4 minus S1. We know that relationship of change in entropy from our basic thermodynamic class. Excuse me, MCV ln of T4 divided by T1. Substitute all the value, we can easily find the change in entropy, that is 0.1287 kilojoules per kilogram, kilojoules per degree Kelvin. And from the process 4 to 1, we can easily relate heat output Q 4 to 1 is equal to MCV T4 minus T1. We have considered constant volume because heat rejection takes place when the volume remains constant. Substitute all the value, we can easily find out heat rejected. Now let us calculate how the net work done of the complete cycle is going to calculate. We know that net work done is nothing but heat input minus heat output. Both the values we have already calculated. Substitute those two values, we will get 76.75 kilojoule as the net work done. And efficiency, we all know that it is the ratio between net work done divided by heat supplied. Substitute both value here and we will get the efficiency of this given SI engine is 51.17%. And the last point which we are going to calculate is mean effective pressure. We know that MEP is equal to net work done divided by the volume change or the swept volume. Net work done is nothing but 76.75 and swept volume is 0.15, and from this we can calculate the MEP as 511.67 kilopascal. This is how, if we know the basic formula and directly substitute, we can easily find out the whatever problem comes under Otto cycle. It is very easy to clear and very easy to solve. Only thing is we need to know the step by step procedure and the proper approach and how to utilize or how to use the calculator. That's all guys, let us wind up now and we will meet in next video to discuss about diesel cycle. Till then, cheers, bye.